Gram-positive cocci clusters divide in binary fissions. Daughter cells fail to separate out from mother cells. Uh, Normally, it is present in the oral cavity, and one of the important organism causing post-operative infection. There are four post hospital acquired infection: catheter associated urinary tract infection, ventilator associated pneumonia, surgical site infection, and bloodstream infection. So, MRSA is very important in hospital practice. When you isolate MRSA, you should give vancomycin or oral linezolid. So staphylococci, moving on staphylococci, coming to cultural characters, it's grown on nutrient agar. It produces non-diffusible pigment. It produces yellow colored colonies in aureus, golden yellow colored colonies aureus, egg white in albus, lemon colored colonies in orange colored colony in citrus. So most of the 90% of Staphylococcus aureus are pathogenic. The pathogenicity is then determined by mannitol fermentation as well as coagulase test. There are two types of coagulase: slide coagulase and tube coagulase. Slide coagulase is bound to the cell wall of the staphylococci, and tube coagulase is released. That's free coagulase. Slide coagulase is tested by taking suspension of organism, adding plasma. There will be clumping. Tube coagulase take 0.5 ml of broth culture, add 0.5 ml 1 in 10 plasma, incubate at 37 degrees for 4 hours. At the end of that, there will be thick coagulum at the bottom of the tube. So, moving on to the cultural characters, it produces beta-amylase and blood agar. It grows on mannitol salt agar. It will not grow on crystal violet blood agar. It ferments mannitol. It is catalase positive. Catalase test is hydrogen peroxide. You take loopful of hydrogen peroxide, add to the broth culture with the help of loop, glass rod, not the inoculating loop because it contains catalase. So there will be bubbling at the junction because hydrogen peroxide is split into water and the oxygen. So these are the cultural characters. You have to write blood agar, nutrient agar, mannitol salt agar, mannitol fermentation, catalase. So these are important characters. Now coming to the pathogenicity, usually staphylococcal infection occurs in the diabetics, immunocompromised, and trauma and post-operative wound infection. Staphylococci are resistant to most of the antibiotics, especially it produces beta-lactamase. The important infections produced by staphylococci, they are pathogenic, and important infections produced by staphylococci are, now coming to the various system. First, respiratory system, it causes pharyngitis, laryngitis, bronchitis, and pneumonia. Coming to the it can give abscess to the deep infections, like it can give abscess in brain, spleen, various organs of the body, spleen, brain, kidneys. And deep infection, one of the important deep infection is osteomyelitis, is infection of bones. The superficial infection, it's called as pyogenic staphylococci because it's pyogenes. So it produces skin infections like boils. ABC we remember: abscess, boil, and carbuncle, stye, impetigo, and also produces wound infection, and it's an infection of the post-operative wound infection as well as infection in the burns. Important is osteomyelitis. Most of the common cause of osteomyelitis. Now all the respiratory infections, and three important of toxin induced food poisoning. One is food poisoning, next is toxic shock syndrome, superficial skin scalded syndrome. Food poisoning usually occurs by eating the dairy and meat and fish products. It is due to toxin, which incubation period is very short, it's about 6 hours. So when it's just like school batch of students going to the picnic. So at the end of it's a sunny morning, at the end of the day you have food. So within 3 to 4 hours you have immense vomiting, end up in the casualty. So it is due to enterotoxin. It is classified into A to F, and it can be detected by ELISA toxin. Now, toxic shock syndrome, it's common in women during menstruation because it produces toxin. Again, it's an enterotoxin F, and it gets into the blood and produces massive activation of complement, and there will be a severe necrosis of Negora, and death can occur. So, next is superficial skin scalded syndrome, staphylococcal superficial skin scalded, it look like dry burns. It look as if skin scalded. It looks like it is due to exfoliated egg. Coming to lab diagnosis, in all the method, what first thing is grams, culture, and serology. Serology we don't do here. Gram staining, it's gram positive cocci and castor. A lot of parcels are seen. Grown on blood agar, it showed beta melisys. On nutrient agar, it showed as albus, aureus, citrus, pigment production. Two coagulase tests and mannitol fermentation to identify catalase tests to differentiate between staphylococcus and streptococci. Now, drug resistance is very well known. It is transmitted from one drug resistant staphylococcus to sensitive staphylococci by method of transduction through a vector called plasmid. Plasmid is extracorporeal genetic material present in the cytoplasm of bacteria. It produces beta-lactamase and becomes resistant to cephalosporins, penicillins, and all the beta-lactam antibiotics. Now, fast typing is when hospital gets lot of infected people, you want to find out the source, epidemiology. There are people called epidemiology, they find out the source with whether a surgeon or nurse or nasopharynx, they take a swab, and wound also they do fast typing. Maulana is a medical college, New Delhi. Phage is a virus that leads parasitic life on bacteria. It has got two cycles, lytic cycle and lysogenic cycle. Lysogenic cycle you see in Corynebacterium diphtheria. The plasmid get integrated into the nucleus. Lytic cycle you see in staphylococci. So do a lawn culture and seed the bacteriophage. So next day after incubation you see the lysis. So most common is 81, 84 phage in hospital infection. So coagulase negative staphylococci are most common. They are cause urinary tract infections, bacterial endocarditis, and most of the time they are also become resistant to penicillin. You can do coagulase test. Sorry, you can do coagulase this MR. How do you do the MRSA? Methicillin discs are you have to use oxacillin disc. So oxacillin disc is also short-lived. Methicillin we don't use. So you determine, and drug of choice for the treatment of MRSA is vancomycin or oral linezolid tablets. Thank you very much.